I was just thinking, we were both talking about how game day, pretty much I have a date with the couch when they're, away games. And you don't want to see the sweatshirt I'm wearing. I think the 80s called and wants it back.
Well, you know what? You can just go to the pro shop and resolve that situation you've got going on, Amy.
Both my husband and I need to do some shopping now, so too funny. Yeah, ours are really old and ratty, but they're comfy.
Well, you're too busy cooking.
I guess so. Although, we talked about this too, you don't want to be caught in the kitchen during the game. You don't want to be missing that great play that everybody's talking about on Monday morning. So, Courtney, this is another one of my tried and true family favorite dips. This is something that my grandmother has been making for years.
Oh, wow. Family history, I like
that. Yeah, and it's the easiest dip ever. Every time I make it, people freak about it and they're like, what's the receipee? What's the recipe? Well, I'm almost embarrassed because it's that easy.
That's simple.
But it's one of those things where she lived on a lake, and for people who live on a lake, you're getting visitors all the time because people pull up on their dock. And so instead of panicking, she'd be like, not a problem. She'd pull a few things out of her, pantry, whip it together, and in like 20 minutes we'd be all snacking, or her visitors would be. So try and keep a few things on hand in your pantry for not only game, but for last minute visitors. So this is it. This is her chili cheese dip, and it rocks.
Okay.
Make ahead too. One, you can double this recipe, which I normally do, but the recipe calls for a block of cream cheese.
Okay. And softened. I mean,
that always helps.
Okay.
If you don't, you can get it out of the packet and throw it in the microwave for you have to be careful when you microwave cream cheese though, because it can explode. So 5 to 10 seconds. No, you don't want a dirty microwave. So you're doing perfect.
Okay.
This is also a make ahead. So let's say that you've got company over. You can park this up 2 days ahead in your fridge, maybe even 3, and then just bake it off right before kickoff. So this gets spread.
Okay.
Just kind of mush
the bottom of it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sometimes I'll do this at home, I'll double it and do it in a nice big 9x13 pan, or also just a pie plate works too. It's a really rich dip, and it's just yummy.
Family favorite, huh, Amy?
It's so darn good. Can you smell it in the oven?
I can.
Okay, so the next ingredient, and like I say, it doesn't get any easier than this. This is just no beans. That's important. Just a can of no bean chili.
Have you ever made the chili and put it in there?
You know what? It doesn't taste the same.
Okay, so you want store-bought.
Make it easy. Okay. I actually make chili on game day, and I have a couple of great recipes. I love white chicken chili on game day. We'll have to make that on the show sometime.
Okay.
But this is one of those.
You need the canned chili.
This is the way my grandma did it, and this is the way we're going to do it. So, okay. Down
Don't fix
goes
what isn't broken, right?
Exactly. We're not healthy here. We're going to get on the treadmill tomorrow. Okay.
But we're happy. We're not healthy, but we're happy.
So that you just don't mix in the layers, but you just spread it around.
Okay.
Perfect. This is
just like so?
Yeah, I mean, it's like you cannot stop eating this. Okay, perfect. And now we're going to do some cheese. Again, this is our cheese from Quick Trip, and just as much as you want on there.
Alrighty,
just dump it on the top. Now at this point, you can cover it with plastic wrap, get it into your fridge, and as I said, up to 2 to 3 days ahead. And then you want to serve this warm. This is one of those hot out of the oven.
Sizzly, bubbly.
Yeah, totally. Yep. That's how you want it. So we've got one in the oven now.
Alrighty.
And that's what you're smelling. So good.
I'm ready to try it.
It is yummy and ooey and gooey and delicious. And then just for the Packers and green and gold, do you like jalapeno peppers at all?
I love jalapenos.
I don't know what the deal is. As I get older, I like spicier food.
Yeah. I love them. I put jalapenos in everything that's acceptable. I love the heat that it brings to food.
I do too. So, it's up to you. You can decorate the top with some, jalapenos, and then people who don't want them can, avoid them. But this is going to be really spicy. I like to serve this with tortilla chips. It's really going to be hot. Or Fritos is really good to dip with. I love my Fritos. What do you make? And you'll have to, the next time, one of these days, show us what you make on game day.
You know what? I have more sweets on game day than anything. I make a ton of desserts for the game, and then maybe I'll make a homemade pizza or grill some burgers, but sweets. We just have a table, a buffet of sweets.
Like cupcakes and stuff like that?
Cupcakes, cookies, brownies, candy bars, you just name it, I'm eating it.
Sounds good. Well, I'm coming over. Do the other wives come over? Do you have other wives over to watch the game?
Yeah, it's more fun when you have a support system and everyone's anxious and everyone's worried about the outcome of the game and you have someone to cheer on. So yeah, I usually have a couple girls over and everyone will bring a dish or I'll provide something, but we just eat and watch football and have a good game day time.
And I know when I was growing up, when my kids were littler, everyone would bring their kids too, and then the kids would be off off doing their thing, and then, you know.
The adults have the adult time. And I told, like we said, it's just a social hour almost. Everyone gets together, everybody's family gets together and watch the game.
All right, we're gonna let that cool down a little bit, and the ladies got to come over and try this because I don't want them to burn their tongues, but this is so good.
Smells great.
Yeah, and we'll put both the recipes for the cheese ball football with the beer and the bacon and the cheese in there, and then this chili cheese dip on the Better Halves Facebook page.